back to the film section, the series where we scroll through our libraries and fuck it, I don't have the energy for this one. I'm Gabe.
Ernest. I have a little more energy with this one than he does.
Yeah. So this is Halloween Kills, the
I
sequel
think
to
I think I do.
the sequel to the sequel that was just called Halloween. Um, I guess let's preface this one by spoilers inbound.
Halloween 18.
I'm not even gonna think about giving you my spoiler-free thoughts. So you're warned. Go ahead and click off this if you don't want spoilers. Go watch somebody else. We're going spoiler deep because this is the only way I can talk about this movie. But let's preface this by what was your thoughts, Ernest, on the original Halloween, the 1978 film, and the 2018 movie?
What did I think about this movie, you ask?
The
Oh,
original
the '78
Halloween
film
and then
is
the 2018.
right. The '78 original classic is a classic.
Didn't age the greatest, but it's still good.
Was made out to be. Didn't age the greatest. This has some twisty stuff, but it's a very clever slasher movie. That
The birth of a slasher.
yeah, and
The 2018 movie. What do you
look
think
back.
about that? You didn't like it?
Uh, I like it. It's not good though.
I was pleasantly surprised by it. I
Yeah,
expected nothing from it.
I think I liked about it were the kills, the score, and I guess just watching Michael Myers. He's kind of a presence in a movie.
Yeah. I don't know, for me, what I liked about that one was like
But
the
everything
attempt
else, like,
at
oh, I guess
character
Laurie was
development,
pretty
and,
cool
and then
character in the movie.
Laurie was pretty cool, and I liked the addition of humor, even if I think it went a little too overboard. But yeah, overall, it was much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be nothing, and it turned out to be kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, it's a lot more contrived than it's a lot more contrived than people give credit to.
And people call it contrived. That movie's
But if
way
you thought
more
that was
divisive than you
contrived,
probably
just
think.
wait till you watch the killing.
Yeah. Halloween Kills, on the other hand, is everything I feared Halloween 2018 to be. This movie's not good.
Nothing.
It's
But
it's
it's not.
it's nothing, and it really disappointed me. I think more so than
But I will say, I kind of love it.
this movie disappointed me more than Black Widow did, more than No Time to Die did. Like, yeah, this one was rough for me to get through. And I mean, I'm not even like the biggest Halloween fan. I really only like the original and the 2018 movie, but I was expecting a little more. I think the disappointment in this comes from the fact that I was expecting something, and I didn't even get that. And we will, I guess, go into that scene by scene, because fuck you. This movie deserves it. And let's start at the opening, which is the boyfriend of Allison
Hmm.
finding the body of Hawkins on the road, who was unkilled from the last movie.
Yeah,
Somehow he is still alive. And he tells Cameron
still alive
that
somehow.
Michael needs to
Well, I
die.
should said unkilled.
Yeah, unkilled. And he tells Cameron, who is trying to help him, that Michael needs to die, and that he is responsible. Flashback to 1978, the night at which the original Halloween took place. And I will give the movie this. They did a very nice job replicating the look and feel of a 1978, the 1978 Halloween. It was shot stagnantly. They even changed the quality of the camera to reflect the fact that it's supposed to be 1978, and I thought that was a cool touch. Too bad, it just wasn't a good scene because we are introduced to a young Hawkins. He's with his partner that Halloween night. when Michael killed 3 people and is out looking for Michael Myers. And Dr. Loomis is telling him, like, hey, we gotta find this guy. And then we suddenly go to some kids bullying this kid named Lonnie, which doesn't really go anywhere until the cops, Hawkins and his partner, find this kid Lonnie, who... Actually, no, let me flash back a little bit, because cops pull up on these kids and tell them 3 people have died, and that they need to go home. In
Just like that.
in what
Right.
universe will a cop tell a kid that someone just got murdered and expect them to comprehend that?
Uh, Normally this cop would take the kids home or
Take
to the
the kids
station.
home,
You know.
or to the station, or
Yeah.
be like, hey, let's escort you home. We gotta go. Like, it's not safe for you right now. No, he tells his kids, you gotta go home. 3 people died tonight. Wee woo,
Nah,
just
just go
drives
home,
away.
kid.
And, yeah, Lonnie runs off on his own to go home and trips and falls, and Michael Myers is there.
And he trips for some reason.
Yep, Michael Myers is there, and
But
then,
he doesn't kill him.
but he doesn't kill the kid. And then after that, Michael suddenly disappears
I
because
don't
he's Michael
understand what
Myers.
Michael does or doesn't do anymore. Does he like?
Yeah, I don't know, man. And then Hawkins and his partner show up to be like to the kid, like, hey, like, what's the matter? What's going on? You okay? And the kid says, the boogeyman, and he runs away. And so the partner recognizes that's Michael, and him and Hawkins chase off to go find Michael Myers. And they find him in the original Myers home, where, correct me if I'm wrong, at the end of the first Halloween, Dr. Loomis shoots him there. Was that in the house that Laurie was babysitting in?
I believe so, but it's been a while since I've seen the first Halloween.
Right, it's also been a while.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you right now.
Yeah.
Come back to me when I see it.
It's okay. We're in the Myers home, because of course we are.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And
But yeah, didn't it feel like a little retcon? Didn't it feel?
did what feel like a retcon? You cut out, so I don't know what you're saying.
Sludge? Like they just added it in,
You
like it
cut
wasn't
out,
even
so
in
I
the
don't know
original.
what you said.
Oh, I said, didn't that whole scene just feel like like a like an entire sludge
He cut out again.
of things that they need to shoehorn in? Uh,
You cut
didn't
out
that
again, so
feel very shoehorned to you? Didn't that scene feel
he cut out again. Holy shit.
very shoehorned to you?
Oh,
What?
you cut out again.
Poggers.
Poggers indeed. So Hawkins and his partner, young Hawkins.
You heard that? You heard poggers?
I heard Poggers.
All right.
Yeah. Hawkins and his partner enter the Myers home to look for Michael. They, slowly walk up the stairs, search the house,
They do.
and as his partner looks out the window, Michael Myers suddenly attacks. You know, very Michael Myers. And Michael holds the partner in front of him, as a meat shield, and Hawkins with his gun tells Michael to stand down. I'll shoot. And then Hawkins shoots his own partner in the neck. Completely misses Michael. Michael runs away. Michael gets away. No, he doesn't run away. He walks away. Because he's
Really
Michael
funny. He
Myers.
could have shot him anywhere. He could have shot him
Could have shot him
through the arm,
anywhere.
because it's a safer
No,
bet.
right in the neck. Right in the neck. So,
He could have shot him through the arm.
now keep in mind, Michael Myers doesn't run. Michael Myers walks. So Michael
That's
Myers
safer. The
walks.
legs, but no, the neck.
Yeah, no, the neck. Michael walks out the room. Hawkins chases him down, shoots him from 2 feet away, blankly with a gun, and misses every single time as Michael is slowly walking down the stairs and out the door.
But
And
misses.
I mean slowly.
You know what's really funny about that?
Go ahead.
It's the fact that but he can't shoot Michael, who's walking close to him.
Slowly walking.
But yeah, but he can shoot his partner point blank in the neck on accident.
And keep in mind, Michael is, once again, slowly walking down the stairs. It's not even like he's fast
Like
walking, he's just
what selective shooting?
casually strolling.
He's just walking.
He's just walking. Because Michael Myers doesn't run. He either walks or teleports. It's one of the two. But
Either
you know,
walks
it's the
or
first
whatever.
instance in this film of nobody being able to hit a damn thing with a gun.
It's very effective.
Very ineffective.
Michael Myers has 20 plus luck.
Yeah, he's more like he's got like a million dexterity. He just dodge everything. He's got a plus 20 dexterity. Yeah, Michael walks out the door.
Plus 20.
And
You can't hit me.
Michael walks out the door to a bunch of cops and Dr. Loomis surrounding him, explaining how Michael got caught at the end of Halloween 1 to lead into Halloween 2018. And Dr. Loomis walks into. Oh, that's later. Never mind. We'll save that. Smash cut to title card where we get a pretty cool new rendition of the Halloween theme. With a little choir in the background and everything. And then after a pretty cool opening credit sequence, we get into the scene everyone saw in the trailer of Laurie Strode's house burning down. She's all bloody in the back of the car. Firemen are driving by, and Laurie screams, "Let it burn, let it burn." Now, to the Laurie house, where we get what really should have been the coolest scene in the movie, but isn't, and is the absolute massacre of the firehouse, the firemen. Oh yeah, I should probably mention, how did Michael survive the fire at the end of Halloween 1 of 2018?
And all.
You know how he survived it? He hid behind a door where Laurie kept her guns. He hid right behind that. An iron door.
Their guns in a fire.
Fire. He survived that by hiding behind a door. Okay.
What a bitch.
Okay.
He could have teleported.
He could have teleported. No, he chose not to. Because he's Michael Myers. So, the fireman falls down into that area and find Michael right there. Get the first kill of the movie. Blam. Stabbed right to the face. And then Michael exits the house with a fire axe, looking all imposing.
Yeah, Michael really
fire
doesn't have it.
Behind him, kind of a cool shot. And then Michael just goes to town on these firemen who never choose to run or drive away. Because as we learn in this movie, the number one strategy against Michael Myers thing.
They all
rush
him one at a time.
They all rush him one at a time. One dude just hits him with a fire hose and sees it's not doing anything, so he just continues doing it. He doesn't like stop and run away or anything. Get in the fire truck, get the fuck out, dodge. No, I'm just gonna keep.
And like,
shooting.
and it made me wonder. This is like the natural thing when there's a fire. Even if there's a fire, only a fire. There should still be policemen.
No, there's no police around. There's just firemen.
Nah.
Just firemen.
Yep. Oh,
just a few firemen, like
six. 6 firemen.
6 to 7 firemen, like about a squad, right? Just one.
Yeah, and one of them with a chainsaw. Man, if that chainsaw hit Michael Myers, like if that chainsaw hit Michael, he would have died.
He might have died.
But no.
Michael said, "Are you trying right now?"
They're incompetent, so movie needs to happen.
Movie needs to happen, but also Michael is a goddamn force of nature. So, if there's anything I learned in this movie, is that if there's not an open door or an open window or any place for me to run, I'm going to get killed by Michael. He is just that imposing. And he's just that ruthless.
If Michael started running,
yeah, we'd all be dead. If Michael learned how to run,
end of the world.
End of the world. Like it's like if Jason If Jason
Yeah,
learned
no,
how
they
to
will.
tell, Jason learned how to run too. Like that'd be the end of it too. But yeah, and we're gonna keep repeating Michael doesn't run
And
because
begin to run. Oh
Michael doesn't run.
no,
Because apparently, according to this movie, Michael can't do
doesn't
anything
run.
if you run away from him. If you just run, you're good. He's like, okay. He really is the embodiment of.
Unless he
It's
teleports, then
too
you're fucked.
far away.
He's too far away. I'm gonna go to something else.
You're boring me. All right. Yeah, Michael kills all the firemen, and we get our introduction to the nurse. Yeah, the doctor and the nurse. We're sitting in a tavern where I guess the other survivors.
Yeah, those guys.
Conveniently, all of the three survivors of Michael's attacks in 1978 have, with Laurie, all created like a group with each other, like survivors group, and one of them named Tommy goes up and gives a very
I don't want to call that convenient because it would make sense that survivors of a certain event will come together on a certain day to do things. That makes sense. But
sure, but convenient for the plot.
I guess since
That
they
they
all
are
learned
all
that
there.
Michael is alive. Right. Right. Yeah.
And convenient for the plot that they're all there. And it's also convenient that they didn't leave town.
Right.
Didn't leave Haddonfield. You'd think after an event like that, they just fucking get the fuck out of Dodge of the town. But no, all of the survivors of that one particular night are all in the exact same town together.
I guess it just assumed that Michael was done for, but no.
No. According to this new lore, this retcon from the retcon, all of these survivors didn't think Michael was dead. Didn't think Michael was done. He was gonna come back. They all thought he was gonna come back, and they were all ready for it. But Laurie was the most ready.
This movie, Halloween Kills. I wonder, did Halloween? I really wonder, did Halloween Kills suddenly make the rest of the movies canon? It made me wonder because it made like I don't know. It's something confusing that the Halloween Kills.
Well, I mean, Halloween 2018
Did it
erased
suddenly
all of
make
the other movies.
the other movies after the first canon? Yeah.
Well, yeah, Halloween 2018 completely erased all of the other movies from canon. It is just the 1978 movie, Halloween 2018.
Yeah, it erased all of them.
Kills.
But did this one bring them back?
No, they were all characters in the first movie. The only new one is Lonnie. He was created for this movie. Lonnie wasn't in the original.
I'm asking because of the end.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm asking because of the ending, because of the thing they did on the ending.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that later then.
But I didn't see the others after the first one. Yeah.
Tommy, in one of the later ones, I think it's Halloween Resurrection. That character was brought back, but played by Paul Rudd as like a older version of Tommy. But now that they've erased that from canon, they got Anthony Michael Hall to come in and play an adult version of Tommy. He does a good job, by the way.
Right.
The acting in this movie is fine, but I think if anyone stood out, it was Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I think it's because he gets the most screen time out of any of the characters. Which we'll talk about Tommy because holy shit. He at this bar, he gets up and is invited to give a speech on Halloween night. He gives this really, for no fucking reason, terrifying speech about the boogeyman and how he's going to come back and kill you all. Except he won't because we're together and we can kill him.
Like what an asshole.
Like what an asshole. And as this is happening, I guess we cut to Laurie is getting admitted to the hospital, and we actually something I thought was not going to happen in this movie. Get a moment for Karen to recognize that her husband is dead. To actually remorse over the fact that her husband was brutally murdered in the last movie. I thought that wasn't
Good
gonna
job,
happen,
movie.
so I was like, okay, there we go. Because I thought it was cool. Because I was like, oh, that's okay. They have to take a moment, right? That's an important thing for that character. So her husband just died. Like, why not take a moment? And then they did. They took that
Honestly,
moment.
after that, honestly after that, I made jokes about how she just wants to get a new husband because other one was so bland still. Uh,
Yeah, but the thing,
he's
Allison
just so bland. It's
doesn't
fun.
really take a moment either.
Honestly, I just made a joke about the.
Yeah, Allison, the daughter or granddaughter to Laurie, daughter
Oh,
to Karen, doesn't
oh,
really
she
take a moment. She kind of like recognizes it and then moves on really quick.
with her boyfriend's father, and they're in a truck, and then the dad starts talking about how great her dad was, and
Yeah,
then
and
she just breaks down.
she breaks down crying. Yep. But
Breaks down there.
yeah,
So that kind of was,
it was
yeah.
kind of was, but not like the same way that like Karen had a dedicated moment that was on her own,
Mm-hmm.
and she just broke down in tears. Which can I just I want to talk about Judy Greer. I like Judy Greer
Yeah,
as an actress.
I understand.
She was somehow worse in this movie than she was in the last one.
I don't remember the last one.
Because in the
Anything
last
about her?
one, she had a really cool moment where like she had to like act and then like switch on a dime, and that was really cool. I liked that, and I just like Judy Greer a lot. But in this movie, she just wasn't given a lot to do, and she's just not very good in this movie, and it's unfortunate because Judy Greer is a good actress.
She mainly just did a very hardened face all the time.
Yeah, she had to act sad.
Also, she's. I'm just saying she's not a badass.
No, somehow her daughter was more of a badass in this movie than she
She
was.
could truly convey badassery.
It's weird because
I,
like the Strode family is trying to be portrayed as like, okay, these people who are prepared, they know. Allison was never set up that way, but Karen was. So you expect that of
honestly,
her.
other than Lori, I don't think any of them are. Not even. Not even.
No,
I don't think any of them are.
I mean
Not even
Allison
not
has
even
a
the daughter.
moment, but I don't know. We'll have to see, right, with that next one. But in this movie, she does
We're talking about how
basically
she
nothing.
overpowers Michael for a second. That is BS.
Well, as this movie, um, if you are somehow able to hit him, fuck, he feels it. Because remember, I think it was in the last one, Allison cut off his fingers. He stabbed him. She stabbed him in the hand and chopped off his fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Karen
You know what?
shot him, and he felt that. And of course, like Laurie stabs him a few
I'm
times.
surprised they didn't fucking go back in this movie.
Yeah, actually, I thought they were gonna retcon that, or they were gonna completely forget that his fingers were cut off in the last one. But no, they didn't. They didn't forget.
Yeah, this movie does take.
They didn't do
Yeah,
anything with it, but they didn't forget.
the movie does take place directly after the first, or 2018.
Yes. They did confirm that the next one is going
So
to have a time
you can't
jump.
forget this stuff. Really, you can't. You're not
Yeah,
allowed to.
not allowed to.
God damn it.
So, where are we? Yeah, we're in the hospital. That happens. Laurie's gonna be okay.
And this is the last one. I hope.
The next
It's
one
called
is
Halloween Ends.
the next one is the last one.
Good.
Yeah, the next one's the last
For
one.
now.
For now, until they reboot the franchise again. Let Rob Zombie try again.
Is this one making any money?
This one so far,
Yeah.
yeah, it opened on day and date streaming, but it still made $50 million opening weekend. $50 million.
Wow. Oh,
And
good job.
that's a rated R movie. No Time to Die made $50 million as a PG-13.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But No Time to Die is doing incredibly well in the UK right now. And I think overseas it's doing much better. But I don't know. We'll see how Halloween does this weekend because Dune comes out this weekend. But I assume Halloween's probably gonna take it. It's a much shorter movie, and
I gotta put Dune.
And Dune is playing on HBO Max at the same time.
That's
probably
funny.
the 50 million this movie had. It's probably because nobody fucking has Peacock. That's another thing. This movie opened day and date on Peacock Premium.
I saw it on Peacock, by the way. So
I didn't. I also didn't pay for it. So fuck you, Universal. Yeah. Anyway, so
I don't think
what?
he likes this movie, guys.
I don't know. What made you think that?
Uh, no reason.
No reason at all. What's after that?
The things you said,
Right.
maybe. You said
Right.
things.
After the
You said
hospital,
things.
um, we get into. We're back at the bar, and the nurse and the doctor leave the tavern to go, into their car and leave. The nurse, no, the doctor forgets his stethoscope, so he leaves his wife in the car. He's like, "I'll be right back. Be right back." And she thinks she sees Michael Myers in her car, so she, of course, screams, gets out of the car, and goes to tell her husband, like, "Hey, he's fucking here. Come on." And he goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's go. Call the cops. All right, yeah, let's go." She goes, "No, you deal with it." And he accurately goes, "What?"
What?
And so he goes, fuck this, I'm getting Tommy. Because Tommy wants to fucking kill Michael Myers. I guess we should probably mention that Tommy wants to start a mob to go against Michael Myers. Maybe the only suitably smart decision in the movie, and it's the only cool concept of this film, that the town of Haddonfield has collectively had enough of Michael's shit and goes, "Fucking, we're killing this guy ourselves." Because, he can't take all of
But also
us.
make everything worse in the
But it
process.
also makes everything worse in the process because everyone is
Ah.
dipshit. We'll get to that. So Tommy gets out. He grabs the bat. He's like ready to go. He's like, "I'm gonna fucking get this dude," and he proceeds to beat up this dude's car, like destroy this dude's car, like not at all caring for property damage. And we get the first time we hear this really annoying phrase, "Evil dies
Why would
tonight."
he? Not even
God,
implied.
if you were to do a drinking game, every time you hear "Evil dies tonight" or "he needs to die" or "it needs to die," you will be dead.
Uh,
Because the amount of times they say "evil dies tonight," they really tried to make that a thing.
I mean, they even chanted like 5 times. It's insane. Stop it. Please stop it.
They say it so much in this movie.
They gotta get the point across, bro.
Evil dies tonight. God damn it. Okay, so after
Evil,
that,
evil this night.
help me out if you remember something that I don't, because you did watch this movie more recently than I did. I saw it a couple days ago. So my memory's a little foggy on it.
I said it twice.
Oh, you did? Did
Yeah,
you
I said it was
actually?
Sebastian. Yeah, I said it was
Oh
Sebastian.
man, I'm so sorry.
Well, I enjoyed it. Again, I like him. I don't hate this movie. I think this movie it's a lot of fun, if you ask me.
Yeah, I
But it's
didn't
pretty
have
bad.
fun.
It's pretty bad though.
I didn't have fun at all. This movie just made me fucking want to hate. This is the movie. This is the reason people
I mean,
yell at
I
their
laughed at a particular
screens.
part with involving a gun and a door. Oh, so now
Oh,
you get it?
yeah. This is the movie that gets people to yell at their screens.
Yeah, well, more movies. But yeah, this is
Yeah, this is the quintessential yell at the fucking screen movie.
with a gun and a door.
There's a gun in the door.
No, the Saw. Saw is the quintessential one.
It made us both yell at our screen. We both were
I
yelling at our
I have
screens when we watched Saw.
what the fuck?
But I had a mini aneurysm watching this movie because like there was some like things being said, and I was like, I out loud said what, and like I was like groaning. I was like, ugh.
You were not having a good time
I
with
was
that movie.
not having a good time with this movie. Oh, Saw 2, no, I didn't have a good time with Saw either. But I think Saw
Also,
is
you
a
were in a
way
bad
better
mood that
movie
day,
than this.
and you
Well, you guys caught me on a bad day with Saw. Y'all caught me on
Yeah,
a bad day, so I was a little unfair to that movie. But I stand by that it is not very good, but I was overreacting.
you were. Yeah, it really isn't as bad as you proclaimed at the time, but it is a bad movie. I'll say
It's a
that,
bad
but it's
movie,
not.
but it is not awful. I also at the time was like, it's not awful, but like y'all caught me on
But
a
it's
bad
not
day with this shit.
terrible like this movie.
Yeah, like this
Never,
movie.
never catch you in a bad day.
Yeah, never catch me on a bad day. That's yeah. Never catch me on a bad day and make me watch a horror movie. If there's anything I've learned,
What if it's a?
yeah, just don't catch me on a bad day with a horror movie. Like, just don't.
We need to watch Friday the 13th. Get that arc done.
Part one or part two?
There are no good movies of that franchise. Just saying.
Because part
Well,
one doesn't even have Jason in it.
uh,
Jason isn't even in the first one.
that's out of all of them. Yeah, but he's in the second.
I saw.
Um,
I'll watch Jason X any day. I'll watch Jason X any day. That movie's ridiculous. I love it. Same with Freddy vs. Jason.
no. Part three is the best. It is.
I don't remember part
Oh,
three at all.
I love Freddy
I
vs.
love
Jason.
I love the sillier Friday the 13th movies. Those movies are so much fun to watch. Like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess if we're getting to a more neat too, six is pretty neat. I'd say
Which
those
one
ones are
is six? Jason Goes to Hell, or is that
no.
nine? Which one? Yeah, because Jason was all. Jason Goes to Hell was the last
That
one,
has its
right?
own name.
Yeah.
I think that's before six.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. Probably.
Because I remember
You're probably
six
right.
was six the one with the telepathic girl. Was that six?
Ah, probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I watched like
But
dead meat videos on Friday the 13th. Which that's a channel you should subscribe to.
you know, they all kind of just blend in after a while.
They really do.
Like me. Oh, I do. I see them
Yeah, I love
a
dead
few
meat.
times.
They're a good channel. But yeah.
Pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, back to this movie.
And back to this shitty movie. Where were we? Tommy was an idiot. And beat up a dude's car. Evil dies tonight. And then he goes, okay, let's all stick together. But let's all split up, though. And I think that was my first, what? Like, you just said strength in numbers. But let's all get split up, though. Shaggy Scooby, you go over there.
Yeah, you know, oddly enough, it's
Velma
funny how he
Velma and Daffy
funny how
be
he
over
like it's funny how he gets a whole. Well, they wouldn't die.
there. I mean, less.
To be fair, yesterday, but it's very funny how he rounds up like the man gets a whole group of people,
Mhm.
but they're not relevant until the end. Like
No, because everyone splits up.
well, enough until the end.
And then there's a one point where like a bunch of people are chasing what they think is Michael Myers, but then at the end it's like where the fuck were all of you when they actually
And
needed to
I don't
take on Michael
understand. Like
Myers?
I know it was the point about them going insane.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a
I know it
this
was the point
movie. This
about
movie tried to
them
make
going
a
insane, but
point about mob mentality, and I was like, you are not doing this in this movie right now. You are not doing this
also
in
a
this
really
movie.
big guy.
Yeah,
Like
let's
I
not
don't
jump.
understand.
I guess let's not jump ahead too far. Because right after the Tommy is
Right?
an
Yeah,
idiot
yeah.
scene, he starts getting people together, right? And Allison is and Hawkins, right, is put into the hospital, and Laurie notices, or Allison notices, and Cameron is also there too, her boyfriend, and they reconcile. I guess after he got caught cheating, they were
Not in the
reconciled
first
really,
place.
really fast. Which okay,
Oh, he cheated on
yeah,
her. Is
remember
that
that
what
was like a
happened?
plot point in the last one is that the reason she leaves him is because he cheated on her.
I really don't remember. No, I'm sorry.
Well, I remembered. Yeah, he cheats on her, and then suddenly all is reconciled, as if nothing happened.
Listen, I only saw it once in theaters.
I
Well,
thought
it
you
doesn't
watched it.
matter.
Oh no, you didn't watch it with me and Sebastian back in December. You didn't. That's
No,
right. Huh? Yeah. You watched this.
October,
You watched the
but
17,
only then
the
in theaters.
1978 film with us. But I guess I didn't even know you saw the
Yeah,
2018
I
one in
did.
theaters. Was it a fun theater experience?
I did see the 2018 one. It's not. Yeah.
Was it a fun theater experience?
Yeah. I
Oh,
turned off. Like, oh, I like this movie a lot, and then and then I thought about it. Like, oh, I still like it, but yeah,
sorry.
ooh, ho, 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 ho. That's basically it.
Huh.
People were like, oh, ho, ho, ho. What a kill! Damn.
I have not been to a horror movie with that kind of audience yet.
Oh, he fucked her up
But I also
like
don't.
that.
I don't see horror movies often. I just don't care for them. You know, because a lot of them are just kind of schlock or not very good. But there are some really good ones. So
But people in there liked it.
yeah, because I think because when I saw it, there was like a couple of don't go in there's, but other than that, people were pretty silent throughout both its. I think the only ones I
It
saw
was
scary
pretty good.
stories to tell in the dark, and actually we got flipped off. I saw it with Eliza, a friend, an old friend of ours, and we got flipped off.
Got flipped off. You
We got
said?
flipped off because Eliza was talking a little bit,
Oh.
because that's like his way of like working through his panic. He just kind of like talks to himself. He mutters, and I guess he was talking too loud because the ladies in front of us
Oh, so
flipped us
I guess it
off.
was kind of scary. Wow.
I wasn't scared, but it
But
was
he was.
he was, and there was some good tension. That movie's all right, and I want to stress all right. Even when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that was all right. Um,
Mm.
it is like the most like middle of the road, like okay.
It's probably worse than okay, but I'll take your word for it for now.
Oh no, it's got good stuff. Do not like it. There's some pretty fucking like freaky shit in that movie. I'll give it that. I wasn't scared watching it,
There's
but
some
I was
fucking
like,
shit in it.
yeah, there's some for a PG-13. There's some shit. Like people fucking die in that movie, like some
Oh,
fucking creepy ways. I won't even
all right.
argue. There's cooler kills and scary stories to tell in the dark than there is in this
All
movie.
right. But back to this one.
And back to this one.
That's that's unfortunate. Maybe they blew their load
This movie blew its load at the first 20 minutes, and
too
then
early in
just
the
like
2018 one. They got all the kills there.
yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't even that good. Even the first 20 minutes, it wasn't even that fucking good.
no, the stuff with the firemen, I was expecting way more.
What impressed me more was Michael's decorating. He likes to decorate for Halloween, bro. He's really getting to the Halloween spirit.
um, where the fuck are we? Right, Cameron shows up. Allison and him
Oh, what can I say,
reconcile,
huh?
and then uh, and then Karen. Well, Allison decides at that moment that she's gonna go help Cameron and Tommy and everyone go searching for Michael and kill him. But Karen
He's gonna go help Cameron.
is like incredibly like in this mindset of we lost, why do a thing about it? And it's like, what?
And I understand. It's because her husband died, but it's not fucking. It's still not
Her
justified enough.
her argument was that the police will do their job,
N- Uh,
and I was like, firemen couldn't even take this motherfucker.
so
Like
that's really dumb because they would have. If the police could do their job, they would have done it.
they would have
Well,
done it.
okay. First of all, she doesn't know that, by the way. The
Well,
fire
there is. She doesn't know about the firemen. You're right, but her entire like
fireman.
mindset is
Oh wait,
no
I
no
guess she
no
would
no no
because
no. It's
he's
right.
still alive.
Her
So I guess
mindset
she would.
Our mindset is that we failed. Michael's probably gonna come here for Lori, so we should stay here and protect Lori. And I'm like,
But that would put Lori in danger.
okay, but how do you know that Michael's going here? Oh, right. Allison didn't tell you that
I guess he's
Michael
just assuming.
Michael didn't just walk over to Lori's house. The crazy doctor led him there. And Allison refuses to give Karen this information.
Do they even know about the doctor? No, right?
No, Allison does.
Right,
Because
she does.
she does. She sat in a car with Michael Myers. Let's not
Yep.
forget. Let's not forget. So Karen has this.
She
Karen.
did.
Allison has this
And she
information,
survived.
and Allison doesn't tell Karen that he's not looking for Lori. But she doesn't because the plot needs to let Karen know
I'm
later.
really
So she
amazed
can
that
do
you
her
know
thing.
these characters' names, and I'm like,
They say it
that.
multiple times, so at this point I
Well,
haven't remembered.
so, and I'm just like, oh, that one white bitch over there in the movie.
Yeah, I actually remember their names. I'm surprised that I remember their names because they're very forgettable characters.
I'll only remember Lori because
And Michael Myers,
yeah,
because his name
but
is literally iconic at this point.
you might just call the movie Michael Myers at this point. Michael Myers kills.
My parents still get confused with Jason and Michael Myers.
How?
They're both slashers with a
No, but
slashing weapon.
Jason. I'm sorry, Jason's more iconic. I'm gonna say it. The hockey mask beats
Yeah,
the.
but the William Shatner mask is still pretty fucking iconic.
Oh well, I'll say Michael Myers has the better theme song. I don't even know if Jason has the theme
He
song.
does.
That's not a theme song. That's a sound effect, but it's great.
It's great. And Freddy has the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. They're all pretty good slashers. But yeah, back to
And you know, like,
yeah,
it's insane because you know what? It's like all these concepts could work very well for good movies, but for
yeah.
some
Like
reason,
there's
people who make these are incompetent.
the concept of okay, the town's gonna revolt against Michael Myers. That's really cool. Too bad we have another movie after this, so we know it's not gonna work out.
And we don't know what is
Why? Like it's
what
such
is
a.
it about?
Can we? We don't know yet. Um, can we just talk about how the fact that there's no tension in this movie because we know we're getting another one, so we know Michael gets out of this okay.
Yeah.
There's no tension in this movie because we know we're getting a second half.
All because of these fucking supernatural powers.
And you could say, oh well, that's not fair. You should say that to Infinity War. Let's compare, shall we? Infinity War is an entire movie where you don't know what's gonna happen. You know you're getting that second part, so you know everything's gonna go okay in the end, but you don't know how this one's gonna go.
Mhm.
Because the writing is really good and the tension is really well set up, and you're getting introduced to this character at this time, so you don't know what he's gonna do. You know how it's gonna turn out.
And the ending is actually pretty
And
subversive.
the ending is pretty subversive and leaves you in a place where going, I want more, but holy shit.
I mean, admittedly, they put us in a corner because of it, but
They put themselves in a corner because of it, but
but
this movie tries something similar and completely fails at it because there's no tension with the characters. The villain, the overwhelming presence that you're not supposed to know what's going to happen to him,
and since
is
everything is so
completely
fucking frustrating,
overpowered,
yeah,
and the characters are making nothing but stupid decisions.
yeah, and everything is so frustrating to watch because of the characters
They're
that
all
they
making
just make.
horrible decisions, not because of their lack of information, but because of their entire incompetence as people.
It's like I'm gonna say it's like a quiet place where they get the characters are giving opportunity after opportunity, but they don't capitalize on it, and it's like, oh fuck, it's just, and it gets on my, and it's like, oh, what the fuck, like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
movie's not good, y'all.
movie's not very good. Um, oh,
Anyway,
so what happens after? Oh, right. Imbeciles, the moronic mob,
Mhm.
um, split up to go looking around for Michael and still say anything to Tommy, even though Tommy said, "Yeah, strength in numbers." So why only put like 4 people in a car? That doesn't make any sense.
You liar.
Go off, Tommy. Um, so let's talk about that car. Oh no, before the car, we should talk about the Myers home because inserted
The car?
randomly into this movie is a scene where this um, older gay couple is living in the Myers home and scares off these kids.
Oh, just they were funny.
I I wanted them to shut the fuck up.
John.
They were
Yes, Little John.
oh my god. As soon as they started talking, I was like, their names aren't Little John and Big John.
Names. I love this so much.
Their names are not Little John and Big
Oh, it's
John.
great. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is.
And I was like, I have to watch this. And their banter was so just like, what am I I thought I was in a completely different movie for like a minute. I was like, am I watching a Halloween movie still? But yeah, they scare off Little John and Big John. Scare off these kids. Little John and Big John. They scare off these kids, right? And later we see that these kids are is playing in a playground, and then the car of the nurse, the doctor,
and they're assholes.
the character Lindsay, and this other character, Marion. Marion survived the
Bitch.
car attack.
I don't know her name.
Doctor.
I don't know their names at all.
So Marion, the old lady with the gun, um, was the
Right.
woman that was grabbed by the head in the car when Michael stole the car in the first Halloween, right, from Dr. Loomis.
Yes, yes.
And Lindsay was the little girl that Laurie's friend was babysitting.
Oh, oh, Lindsay.
And Tommy was the kid that Laurie was babysitting on that night of 1978. And Lindsay goes to see, okay, we need to get these kids out of here. I'm going to go over there and tell them what's up. And she goes over there and goes, hey, it's not safe. You guys need to go home. And these kids,
they're dicks. They're the worst. They suck.
They're the worst. And they go, why? What, is Michael Myers going to come get us?
Luckily, one of them died.
And they go, oh, well,
yes.
I mean, there's this one guy that's kind of just playing hide and seek with us. He keeps just kind of appearing in different spots, staring at us. And
he's a pervert.
Lindsay looks over, and Michael is standing right next to the car, just staring at Lindsay. And she goes, ah. When Marion, who is sitting in the driver's seat, could just floor that bitch and hit Michael. Doesn't do a thing because she can't see that Michael is right behind them.
I think she was sitting in the passenger seat. I think she was sitting in the passenger,
either
but
way,
still she could have gone
she
to
could
the
hop
front.
over.
She could have gone.
She could have hopped over and just like gear shift. Brrr. But no, she's an idiot.
Dumb. And then wait.
No. But let's important detail. Michael killed one of the kids. Is this the first time? No, this is not the first time Michael's killed a kid. He killed a kid in the last one.
It's not. So it confuses me. So it makes me understand.
It confuses the opening scene even more because it's like, does he not kill kids? Like, what did?
Remember when in the 2018 one where he killed a mom and then there was a baby there,
which he didn't touch. He didn't touch the baby. And then that same movie, he snapped a kid's neck.
I'm not asking for. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't kill the baby. Yeah.
And then
so
in this
I'm confused.
One, he kills one of the kids, but not the rest. Whatever.
He apparently, I guess, cut his head off.
Yeah.
He did something bad.
He did something there.
I don't understand. Is it the killing? Should it or not? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
But
Yeah,
oh,
Lindsay tells the
wait,
kids to run. They run, and these kids get away because they ran
a couple.
because Michael doesn't run. And then the nurse and doctor are like, "Oh shit, Michael's right there." Michael gets on top of the car, grabs Marion by the head, kind of throws her back, and then she shoots at Michael, but does nothing. Um, the doctor kicks his wife out of the car, who's the nurse. She kind of gets out. Michael gets inside the car, stabs Marion like 15 times after she runs out of bullets, because of
And then
course she does.
I'm saying also the husband.
Yeah, the nurse, the doctor, um, grabs
Uh,
his
I
th-
forgot. I forgot what he takes.
thest,
I forgot what it's called.
stethoscope, something scope, and tries to like wring Michael's neck. And the funniest
Yeah,
thing
that.
about that is that he literally just turns around
Yep.
and goes
And then
like the
oh
fuck,
no.
and takes a
And then
knife and
Michael.
shoves it in his eye. Which I guess, oh,
Yeah, Michael stabs him through the eye. And
I
then we get the
completely.
best.
No, no,
Yeah, and then we
no,
get
no. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I have to cut you off.
right.
I completely forgot the scene with the old people in the beginning. I completely forgot the scene with the old couple,
Yeah, that's crazy.
which is a really fucked up scene because he just kind of like he
In terms of
takes
what?
the old man and like shoves his neck on the glass, right? Not
Yeah.
killing him, and then
Oh,
grabs a light and just casually shoves it in that old lady's neck. First of all, that would actually take force, not just because you notice he just kind of goes like slowly and it just
yeah.
kind of goes and blood like I did like the sound effect of that you could actually hear the blood sloshing
That
inside
confused me.
the light. You could hear it filling up. That was kind of cool.
But
But also
here's
he just
here's
kind of he casually puts it in and then takes it out, lets the lady sit there, and then grabs the husband, puts him on the table and stabs him with like four knives
for some reason.
for no reason because gratuitous violence.
And I
The
thought,
movie's
oh,
gonna
is he
be
gonna?
rated R for some reason.
And I thought, oh,
Like, is he just gonna kill the other lady? But no, he just
is
kind
he
of just
gonna
like
decorate? No,
no.
he doesn't.
It's just
And
like
then
what the. And then when he kills the later back to when he
take fucking
kills the
gun for. I'll
doctor.
admit that Michael.
Mhm, mhm.
I was gonna say that I can't
Well, he'll cut off before he gets to say it.
gun for, but but his wife could have run like 10 times,
No.
but she just said no.
Yeah, she just keeps going. She locks the door, right? And then can't open the door. And I'm like,
Really funny.
bitch, you locked it. Just unlock it and run. Just
And she was
unlock
close
it.
too. And she was close.
Unlock
And
it.
Michael was
Like
taking.
she got to the door way before Michael walked into the house. Like way before.
Unlocked most of it. And Michael was taking the sweet ass time. Yeah, and Michael was taking the sweet ass time.
Cause he's Michael Myers. He's gonna take his sweet ass time. Cause he knows. He's like, I got you. Like, yeah, I got you.
So, good movie.
Later, when he kills the doctor, he stabs him in the eye, and something about that shot was just really uncomfortable because it was held really
uh,
long. Like he puts it in his eye, and then you watch him slowly go. I was like, okay, cool. You didn't need that. Yeah, you can cut now. Okay, you're still
and then we
going.
get the best scene of the movie.
The best scene in the movie. The only cool kill in this entire movie.
No, I don't like it because it was cool. It was just really fucking
It was
stupid.
really funny, and that's why it's cool. So the
And I loved
nurse,
it. Huh?
the nurse mentions
It
that she
was
knows
really
how to fire
funny.
a gun. So she's walking forwards to the car, 5 feet from Michael, shooting point blank at him, can't hit him. And so as she's about to take her final shot and she pulls the trigger, Michael kicks the car door open, hits the gun, it turns around, she shoots herself in her face. And I rewinded that scene like 5 times.
So funny.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
Like at that, my mom was in the living room,
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she like heard you laughing. You were
and
laughing that
she
loud.
was like, "Oh my fucking god, that's yeah." And then I brought her over in
Uh-huh.
the living room,
You're like, you gotta watch this. It's so stupid.
and then I showed her the scene, and she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She was so flabbergasted what she
It's
just
so
saw.
it's
Yeah,
so
she didn't laugh. She
stupid.
was like, "Are you fucking
But
kidding me?"
it's
You know,
so
like, "Ah, me
funny.
está jodiendo."
It's so funny.
It is so goddamn funny, man. By the way, that was a Desert Eagle she was firing. I think
No, it was a Beretta.
was it Beretta?
It was a Beretta.
Oh man,
And I pulled out my Beretta.
I took out my Beretta and I put
He
my
goes
Beretta.
into the closet. I pull out my Beretta.
I think those videos
I gotta watch those again. We should totally do a trapped in
are
the closet.
removed now. Fortunately, I think so.
Are they
But
removed?
I haven't found them. Yeah,
Really? I know the songs are still
I
up.
think
You
so.
can buy that
Yeah.
album. All 3.5 hours of drip sounds.
Oh no, I want to watch them.
Yeah, I know. They're so much funnier.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens. And Lindsay kind of like runs away. And then Michael doesn't get her because she ran. It's so funny too. She's running and he's walking really slowly.
He tries looking for her, but she hid. She's smart. Look,
She hid.
like
She hid
hey, fun fact: Lindsay is actually the smartest character in this movie.
because she hides. She runs away and hides.
Like, yeah, yeah. Kudos to her, right?
Kudos to her. This movie, this movie's explanation for how do you get away from Michael is you
Very happy for her.
fucking run. Is you just run away from him, and he will forget about you. But there's another thing I will totally love to bring up later. When we get back to the Myers house, because after this scene, uh, we get a scene of Lonnie and Cameron and Allison, talking about her dad.
Yeah.
And I believe Tommy, they kind of pull up, and Tommy's there with the car with Marion, and uh,
Tommy.
they can't find Lindsay and everyone. And so Tommy, Cameron, Lonnie, and Allison are kind of looking around that park area to see if they can find anybody. They assume Michael was there, and they find the bodies of the nurse and the doctor and Marion, but don't find Lindsay. But Allison finds Lindsay, kind of crying to herself. And she's like, "Oh my god, he's so evil. He's evil. He's pure evil." And so they bring her back to the hospital, where the hospital is being overrun because I guess so many people have died. Like it's never fully explained how many people have died that night, but it's made
Okay.
to
So I was
assume that it's a lot of people.
so yeah. When I was with Sebastian, there was another guy there watching the movie with us. He was a fan of this movie, I guess. He mentioned I he gave out a pretty good number. Like apparently he killed 11 firemen.
11 firemen.
Nation, it was probably like 6. Yeah. No, when he killed the firemen in the house, it
Mm-hmm.
was like about 11 apparently.
Yeah,
So I think it was
and he killed
something
at
like
least like 10 people in the last
60 people.
movie. Jesus,
Like I know, I this is probably his highest kill count yet,
maybe.
Michael's.
Yeah,
But we don't see it,
we
and I
don't
didn't.
see it. We don't see at least most of it. Like we saw all the kills in the 2018 one. Like we know how many he got in that movie. But in this movie, it's completely unclear of like
Mhm.
actually how many people he killed. And as we're in the hospital, we see that it's overflowing because there's just too many people dead.
Yeah.
Too many people dead. People are freaking out. The cops are around. And Tommy comes in with Lindsay and goes, "Evil dies tonight," and
People did.
completely overthrow the cops just trying to do their jobs. Ow, my stomach. Oh, sorry. But my favorite part about that scene is that the sheriff is there and the cop are behind him goes, "Yeah, evil dies tonight," and he turns around and goes, "Larry."
Sorry.
And I was like, man. uh, but yeah, Tommy goes and visits Laurie and Hawkins, I guess, who I forgot to mention was in conveniently the same hospital room as Laurie, and we find out that Hawkins had a thing for Laurie at one point.
I guess so.
Whatever. I guess doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Um,
matter.
literally
Maybe
doesn't
maybe they'll
matter.
kiss in the end or something. I don't fucking know.
Ah, fuck it, I don't care. So yeah,
Who cares?
Tommy visits Laurie and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you like you did protect me all those years ago." I'm like, "You're fucking dead."
That you're gonna
Like,
die.
you're fuck that. You're gonna die. And so
Hey, a terrible death.
I guess we should
Thankfully, because you
probably
suck.
and
Thankfully, because you suck.
as Karen is trying to be like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on? Where's my daughter?" Like, and Tommy goes, "Oh, it's okay. She's with me." And he goes, and she looks around and goes, "But she's not with you right now." And I'm just like, "Good point.
What? Wow.
Good point." He completely contradicted himself. She's like, "Where's my daughter?" With me, bitch. Bitch, is you
What?
high?
Fuck.
Because she ain't here right now. But yeah, at this point, someone notices that right, there was another escaped patient with Michael Myers that survived, and this was the same guy that stole the doctor's car and has now wandered into the hospital saying, "Help me, help me, help me." And the
Wait,
most
was he saying help me or
he was
was
saying
he?
help me.
I
He was
thought
saying help me.
I thought he was yelling Halloween,
No, no,
Halloween.
he was yelling help me. I had subtitles on.
I thought.
He's yelling help me, help me, help me. Uh, and the the dumbest moment of this movie, possibly, the mob sees him and goes,
Michael?
"That's Michael.
Michael?
That's Michael."
Michael? No,
And
but
I think at that moment I like wanted to scream,
birds, the sequels from Nemo going, my,
"Mike,
so is
Mike,
them.
Mike!"
My,
And
Michael,
I
Michael,
wanted
Michael,
to
Michael,
scream, Ernest. I was like,
Michael.
"You
That was them.
morons! You absolute buffoons!" And I'm thinking,
And for some reason, fucking
Tommy, who has seen Michael, doesn't
he knows
recognize
everybody.
that it's
He
not
knows,
him.
like, he hasn't seen his face, admittedly, but
No, no, he saw Michael. He saw he makes up a
he
point
has
that he's
seen
like,
his
"Oh, we
physique, how
haven't
big he
seen."
is, how tall he is,
Yeah, let's go.
and
We don't know for sure that that's not Michael. Bitch, you saw how tall he is. You know that's not him.
exactly.
And
Yeah, like
I'm
he's never
like,
seen his face, but he's know how tall he is, how
and this entire mob is chasing after this man,
big
this
he is.
this
Like, what the fuck?
psychiatric patient, as he runs around the hallway, and like he's just losing his fucking mind. And Karen catches up to him and is like, "Okay, you're gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let them get to you." So she locks him in a hallway.
And like, I don't understand the point of this scene.
Um, Keep in mind this hallway has two entrances, so they could literally get him from either side. Karen, you dumbass. Whatever.
She locks both doors, but she missed the fact that they could probably break the
They could break the window, and she completely missed that fact. And
fucking window.
as
You didn't
the
think of that,
mob
did you?
attacks from both sides, Tommy and Karen are on one side, and Tommy realizes that's not Michael.
He's in denial though.
He's in
He's
denial,
in denial.
but he recognizes it's not Michael. And so
Hmm.
this poor fucking guy grabs a fire extinguisher that's in the hallway, breaks a window, and kind of climbs out the window, stands at the edge of the building, and jumps off.
And he kills himself.
And he kills himself.
And
And
like
possibly the most grotesque like image in the movie is like it's a first person shot of him falling, and then the screen goes red and like mushy, and then cut to like an overhead shot of his body.
It kind of reminded me of a
grotesque like looking thing, and he twitches, and it's like, ugh.
It reminded me of Dread, kind of when they fall.
Oh yeah, Dread, yeah.
Yeah, except you see it from the floor's perspective.
Yeah.
And then you see them exactly as they land. It's gross.
Yeah, it's really gross.
And you know, I think it was supposed to be really emotional of a scene, but I
Yeah, and
laughed
like it was supposed to
when I
be
saw the
like this
gore.
big like emotional like statement about mob
Yeah.
mentality, but then they went and ruined it by having the cop inspect the body and go, "We're the monsters now."
We're the monsters now.
And I like
Also, the gore made it kind of funny
the
too.
gore made it really funny. Like, there's no way you can make a statement like that and then show like this viscera. And it's why like the the statement of mob mentality could have worked, but you cannot pair that with gratuitous gore right after.
Doesn't it bother you how chunky everything looks for the gore?
Yeah.
Like it looks like body parts were shredded up and it's just put there.
Yeah,
Rather
it really
than
does.
it's weird.
It really does.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Dumb scene.
Dumb scene. And also, we should probably mention we're in the third act of this movie now. It's insane how little happens up to this point. Like we're in the home stretch here. And so
Oh thank God.
after this, Karen finally decides, oh, it's up to me. Right. I gotta go. And for some reason, Lonnie, Allison, and Cameron were completely separated from all this instead of being together, like Tommy wants. Whatever. Um, and it turns out, Lonnie figured it out. Oh, look at where Michael's going. This leads right to his home. And they go, okay, that's where we're going. We're gonna go stop him. Just
Hold
three
on.
of them.
So wow, instead of calling for backup, they decide, oh,
They just went and did it on their own. Yeah, because they're totally,
yeah, was right.
intellectuals, top of their class, real smart people.
I don't want to watch this movie anymore.
Yeah, and so they go to the Myers house, which, in a previous scene, Michael came back to the house and killed Little John and Big John. And let's talk about this because Little John grabs a cheese knife, and Big John grabs a watermelon knife. And they both look at each other and go, I've got this knife. I've got this knife.
And I'm pretty fucking sure a golf club will be way more effective than a knife at this point.
Let's just throw this out. Let's just throw this out there. Right. At this point, they know somebody's in their home. There's two doors, both the front and the back door, completely open. And they stay in the house.
To confront the person instead of calling the fucking cops or leaving.
Leaving the house and calling the cops. You do not, when your house is being robbed or broken into, you leave the house and call the cops.
Can we understand Michael's mentality at this point? So
Michael just wants to go home. That's it. He just wants to go home.
No, let's understand his mentality though. There's two people in the house. This is what he does. He fakes them out by knocking on the front door. then
Yep.
does the same thing by knocking on the back door,
Yep.
then uses that to enter the house.
Yep.
Literally walking by them. We don't
Yep.
see him walk by them, but we
Yep.
know he walked by them.
Yep.
To go upstairs,
Yep.
and then they plays these fucking mind games to kill them.
Hmm.
I'm like, ah,
Hmm.
what effort?
But yeah, when Michael kills Little John, he does the fingers in the eyes thing.
No, that was Big John. He killed Big John like that.
No, so is Little John the tall one?
Yeah, Little John was the gray-haired, tall one.
That's stupid. So
That's the
he kills Big John by finger in the
gouging
eyes,
his eyes out, gouging his eyes out.
gouging
Like,
his
God
eyes
damn
out,
it.
dropping him on the floor. And my favorite.
And he killed.
No. When he kills Little John, he stands by the window, hands behind his back, and
Michael.
and Big John or Little John looks at Michael and goes, "Michael."
Michael.
And Michael just like turns around, like, "I gave you an opportunity to go."
Are you like? He's like, are you retarded?
And he slow walks to Little John, and you just hear, "Ah!" instead of
And
Big John or
and,
Little John just running out the door.
and honestly, from that scream, you think he killed them in a terrible way, but no, he just
No, he
stabbed
just
them.
stabbed him.
Like compared to Big John, like what? Why? Like Big John got such a terrible, awful death, but Little John got it really easy.
He got it really easy.
Honestly, the easiest out of anybody in this fucking movie.
Yeah, he really did. He really did.
You know who really got it? The boyfriend. He really got it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Okay,
we'll
so
talk.
back to the. This is when we come
Yeah.
back to the Myers house again. When Lonnie enters the house on his own because he was a coward. Okay,
A
and
retard.
so he goes in. Cameron and Allison wait in the car. Then they hear a gunshot, so they go, "Okay, we're going in. We're going in." They both kind of like CQC, like church SWAT team, kind of like get ready. They push open a door and shoot a pumpkin. And they go, "Okay, let's keep going." And so they slowly walk up the stairs. Allison finds the bodies of Little and Big John. She freaks out a little bit, but then kind of turns around, and Cameron is walking around with the gun and sees blood on his hands. So he looks up and sees his dead father stuffed into the attic. And so he's like, like freaking out because, of course he's fucking freaked out.
That's his dad. So yeah,
it's his dad, of course. And then Michael comes the fuck out of nowhere and stabs him like 3 times.
What's up, motherfucker?
And Allison comes out, like, all right, boom. Now, here's the thing. What is a gun designed to do? A gun is designed to attack somebody from a distance. And what does she do? She goes point blank with a shotgun.
Yep. But they don't know that.
Instead of, sticking to range, but that's what.
Like, yeah, sure.
Giving
it is
him
a shotgun,
full opportunity to grab the shotgun.
Distance.
Like, you're in a close quarters, you can attack him. You can get him from like 10 feet away. But nobody can hit anybody Michael with a gun. So it gives him. So she goes right up to his face, tries to shoot him, gives him full opportunity to grab the gun and hit her back with it, knocking her down the stairs and her breaking her leg. It looks like. And so she like screams like, "Ah, ow, that hurt!" And then turns around to see him grab Cameron, shove him through the stair rail, and just kind of like whack him around a bit, smacking him up and down on the stairs.
Breaking his back, I think.
Breaking
like he's
his
breaking
back
something.
like 5 times over and over again, like suffocating him, stabbing him, and then kind of leaves him there. And it's a shot of him drooling. It's like, oh, he's getting really bad. And Allison goes, "Come on, motherfucker, get me! Come on, get me!" And he goes, "Okay." So he walks down the stairs, and he turns around. Just to like, he looks at Allison, goes, slowly goes to grab his head and go,
"Damn, you fucked up."
Just to like throw her off. And I'm like, Michael, you cold motherfucker. Michael, you son of a bitch. And of course, she like freaks out, and she like goes to fight Michael.
Michael is he's methodical.
He's
so methodical. He's
a
evil, man.
Motherfucker, isn't he? But yeah, Allison fights him, and she he grabs a knife from her. He's like holding
And
her down,
she fucking overpowers him. And she fucking overpowers him for like a
basically,
minute.
for like a minute. And
It's
she's like
bullshit.
kind of
Fuck
like
you.
fighting back. And she's like, do it. Do it. Kill me. Do it. Do it. I'm right here. Do it. I'm here. I'm here. Kill me. Do it now.
Oh, and then oh my god, it's Karen.
And then
Come
she
on,
looks
do
over
it.
to the side and goes, do it. Which we didn't see that she saw her mother, out Karen, come in and just fucking shove a pitchfork in the back of Michael.
Yeah. Stabs him with
And,
it. Mm-hmm.
uh,
Now you
grabs
must be
his,
wondering. You must
pulls
be
off
wondering.
his mask.
Hold on, but you must be wondering. Does she do it again?
No. She stabbed him once, grabbed his mask, and ran.
No. Why would she? Why would she? Why would she hit him again with the? Yeah.
Nope.
She stomped on his head too. Could have done that again.
Yeah. So, that's right. She did stomp on his head. She stabbed him, put him down on the floor, grabbed his mask, and stomped on his head.
Please, his head turned into mush.
But it's Michael, so he's not going to go that easy.
Bro, she could have done it again. Just
Should have done it again.
and again, and again,
But it's
and again.
alright. She does this again in the movie. So she grabs his mask and goes, you want your mask?
But
Come
no, we
and
need
get
our
it.
stupid scene.
Come and get it.
Come and
And
get it, Michael.
here's where I get a little odd. Because, you know, they show this in the trailer. Michael does get his mask taken off. And I'm a little uncomfortable with how much we actually saw of his face. Because throughout all these movies, you have never seen Michael's face.
Only snippets.
Only snippets. And in this movie, while you don't get a full shot of his face, you see enough of it so that you can piece it together. And that kind of ruins the little bit of mysteriousness you had with the character. Like, doesn't that kind of like
you see a burnt?
Yeah, you see like some burns, some like blood. Supposedly he's blind in one eye.
Well, I don't think it's fair to say that because in the original we do.
You see his face
I'm not
for a
even sure it's fair
split
to say
second
because
in
the original,
movie. You see it for
yeah.
a split second, but he puts it on really fast, so you only like barely see his face. But in like this movie,
we get more out of that.
You get more out of
I'd
that
say.
in this. You get more with him without his mask in this movie, and so you get these like shots of like his face in like weird angles because they still want to hide what he looks like.
I just imagine he looks like the guy from Don't Breathe.
Stephen Lang.
Yeah, but still, Stephen Lang, but like that, all fucked up with a.
The actual actor who plays Michael Myers does look a little bit like Stephen Lang.
There you go.
But yeah, Karen with the mask leads Michael to a random street corner, drops the mask on the floor, where Tommy and a bunch of other people are there to ambush him. We get the second time Karen says, "Gotcha."
Dude, I noticed this the second time. There was a woman with an iron thing as a weapon.
Like an iron club? Like
to like
a golf iron?
Iron your clothes. That's really funny.
Oh.
No, like a thing that used to like iron your clothes, you know? There was a woman with that as a weapon.
I mean, I guess, yeah, you get what you got, right?
That was really funny.
That's really funny. I didn't notice that. That was a good catch.
You got what you got.
That's a good catch.
It's really hot.
Yeah, they all kind of come up with like baseball bats and 2x4s. Some dude shows up with a gun. And let's talk about that guy with the gun. Because we get a pretty cool like musical cue. Like I like the new riff they have for him. It's like a guitar riff for Michael when he was like about to like go off. That's really cool. He puts on the mask slowly, and then they all kind of get ready to like ambush.
Even my mom was like, the only good thing about this movie.
Yeah, the only good thing about this movie is the music.
Yeah, even my mom was like that. Even my mom said that.
Yeah,
like,
the music is really good in this. Yeah.
Really good.
They all get ready to go, and one dude with the gun absolutely lights up Michael. Just bow, 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 bow. And you see him like he's like 6 shots in the chest. They all whack him around, and like it shows that like if you have everybody around you, you can totally like kick his ass. You can totally, if you have like 10, 20 guys, like, yeah, you can kick his ass.
Well, that's a fucking lie, apparently.
It's a fucking lie, apparently. Well, it's a lie because of stupidity. So they all knock him into the ground, right? And instead of doing, their goal, Karen just like stabs him in the back once with a knife, and they kind of just think he's dead. And
It doesn't even go through all the way.
no, it doesn't. And I went, are you
Funny.
fucking kidding me? You're not even gonna do what you said you were gonna do in this whole movie. Fuck off. And so, Karen kind of goes back to check on her daughter, and then in a really odd decision that I don't understand, well, not okay, not yet. We get a monologue from Laurie and Hawkins about how he's evil incarnate, and every time he kills, he transcends.
Yeah.
Michael is supernatural now.
So yes, that is why I was asking.
Michael, I guess, is supernatural now
I was asking because I was.
because like
Yeah.
Michael was always like he's a dude, but he's not. He's more than a mortal man, but he's still a mortal man. Like there's
He's
just something
inhumane,
about him. He's
but not
inhumane, but
Jason.
He's not Jason. He's not immortal. You can kill him. Nope, apparently not. He is a transcending god who every time he kills somebody, he gets better and stronger. He levels up. And I went. And so we get an extended, really awkwardly shot sequence of Michael killing every dude in that mob. Which that was really badly done. That was awful. And then Karen decides to, instead of staying with her daughter, go back to Myers' house for some reason that I can't
Why not?
even come up with like a bullshit response. She just kind of does. Goes up into the house, looks out the window of Michael's sister, sighs a sigh of relief,
and he teleports.
And Michael is right there. And he turns around, she turns around, screams, and we get like the weirdest like shot composition. Like I don't know what he's doing there. Like he's just kind of like slashing at her, but also stabbing her, but also slashing at her. So it looks like he just kind of slashes her a few times, and then and then she dies. Karen dies.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Movies. Slashing's fucking stupid. Stop slashing. Stab. Only stab. Slashing does not stop.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what.
Especially with a kitchen knife.
Yeah,
Stop
with a kitchen knife. Yeah.
Rant over.
Like kitchen knives can do damage.
They do. When you stab.
When you stab. When you slash, I mean, if you slash hard enough, that's a big wound. But I don't know what he did. He looks like he just kind of slashed at her a couple times because she's like putting her hands up and screaming. She's getting slashed. And she's doing like reactions. But I think she does get stabbed a few times too.
Do you think people downstairs heard it on the outside?
That's what I want to know because there's blood on the wall. She's screaming. There is sounds of violence. So what I want to know is what are they gonna do there? Like, are people gonna respawn? Like, are they gonna like attack Michael? Are they gonna go back in there and like because as they're loading Allison into the ambulance, Michael kills somebody right in front of them, and I'm just confused. Oh, and guess what? The movie's over.
Yeah, thankfully.
See you next year. Halloween ends October 14th, 2022.
Halloween ends. Hopefully that's on Peacock,
Halloween
so I don't have to go
ends,
in theaters
and
to watch it.
that's not going on
Halloween
Peacock.
ends.
That's not going on Peacock.
Well, damn.
Fuck this movie.
Theaters it is.
Um, I have not been expressing how angry this movie made me when I first saw it because I've calmed down about it. But I
Which
really,
I don't understand why, honestly.
really,
I,
really, really,
I,
really, 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 really don't like this movie. And I'm kind of taking control of this ship, which has made me feel very good because you can take control of every other ship that we've done for this show. But I would like to now give the floor to you.
oh, uh, well, Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
Hate the movie. What?
You're cutting out, by the way, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well, Halloween Kills. It was an experience. It does. Uh, I had a laugh with it watching it twice, despite all the tissy contrived bullshit in it. It's it's funny. It's just funny to watch. I It's a movie I definitely watch drunk or
Yeah.
forget that happened.
This
Oh,
could be one of those.
but
This
yeah,
could
it
be one
isn't
of those.
very good. It's probably one of the worst movies I've seen all year for sure.
It is for me. Like, and I couldn't even like have fun with this movie.
Not the worst, but one of the worst. There's really no
There's no redeeming qualities for this movie whatsoever. Like really,
yeah, except the music.
except the
But
music.
that's
But like at that point, but it's like yeah, music's really good. But like
but that's like saying the best part of chocolate is chocolate. So,
that's like saying the best part of like
but then it's like, come on, it's 2021. Of course, music is good.
like yes, music is important, and it
But
is the
like it's a
only
given, right?
reason I'm
Right?
giving this movie anything other than a zero. For that, I'm gonna give this movie a 1 out of 10.
If it's a zero, at that point, it's not even a movie.
No, I'm giving this a 1 out of 10. Um, yeah, this movie fucking sucks. And if you like it, that's totally fine. But like, I really want to talk to you.
Huh?
If you like this movie, that's fine. But I really want to talk to you. But anyway,
It,
what do you give this movie?
it laugh,
Hmm?
but like I had a laugh with it. The music's pretty good, but like giving it a two will be like
Are you also
in a
sitting on
movie at
me?
that point, and zero, huh?
So are you sitting with me here?
Sitting with you here?
Yeah, are you giving it the same?
No, no, no. Yeah, at a two,
You're gonna give it a
because
two.
yeah, because if I give it a one, it's like you're not even a movie at that point.
I'm not calling
You're
this.
just
This is just fucking gore porn.
you're not calling this film a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a two.
All right. Well, that's fair, I guess.
That's just I guess just a fun aspect of it,
Yeah,
and
I
some
didn't. I
impressive
couldn't
gore.
even.
I guess.
I couldn't have fun with this. I really couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was just like really painful to watch, and it
Well,
makes
let's
me
hope.
question horror. It's movies like this that made me go, oh, fucking horror movies, goddamn it! Like movies like this give
Uh,
this genre a bad rap because it is a really important genre.
but you know what? We just gotta hope that Dune is good now.
Oh,
Too bad
please
it's
God, please God, let Dune be good.
Too bad horror is dying. Nobody knows how to make it anymore.
Nope. Wes Craven is dead, so I guess not.
Ugh.
Wes Craven and George Romero, they're gone. Stanley Kubrick died forever ago. Alfred Hitchcock's been dead for a long time too. I guess nobody knows how to do horror. It's unfortunate. It makes me extra sad because we had something with that last Halloween movie. We had something, you know. It wasn't great,
Well,
but
no, I don't know. I don't.
it was way better than it had any right to be.
Are you saying this at a point where the standard is really low?
The standard is really low for Halloween, and so with that 2018 movie, it wasn't great. To me, it was way better than it should have been. But this movie was what what most people probably expected when they heard that they were making another Halloween. And for people, this is going to be enough for them. It's just violence upon violence upon violence. And that'll be enough for some people to satisfy them. But for me, it's not enough.
I mean, not even good violence,
Not even
but
good violence.
whatever.
Not even good violence. And I can forgive stupid characters.
But it's like,
At
whatever.
this point, it comes with the genre. But at least give me some cool kills. Give me something. But no, I couldn't even get that.
But it shouldn't. It shouldn't. God damn it.
Shouldn't. You should try to write decent characters. At least smart characters. It doesn't even have to be
I'm
the
sorry, but the
greatest.
best horror movies are the ones with competent characters.
Yeah, they are. They just are.
Predator, Alien, The Thing.
It's weird. You just named 3 sci-fi movies.
Psycho.
Psycho. Yeah.
Psycho, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Alien is just the best horror movie of all
And a lot of people just consider it a sci-fi.
time. Period. No question. No debate. Period. It is. It's a horror sci-fi.
Jaws.
Jaws
Scared the
great.
shit out of me. Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time.
There's definitely more. Maybe some zombie. Maybe some zombie shit.
Old George Romero stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Shining.
The Shining, of course.
But Doctor Sleep scared the shit out of me. I recommend Doctor Sleep. It really scared the fuck out of me.
It's great.
Yeah. And Doctor Sleep is pretty good too. So
I don't know what needs to happen these days for horror to be good.
Doctor Sleep was good. I liked that. I liked the first It. I didn't really like the second one.
But it wasn't really scary.
It wasn't really scary. Doctor Sleep was pretty freaky, but it wasn't scary. But Doctor Sleep has some really... Doctor Sleep has some horrifying shit. Like stuff that makes you your stomach kind of
keep
turn.
Hyping up Doctor Sleep.
Better
be good when I watch it.
It's good. It's don't expect the best movie ever made. Don't. It's not that. But it's a well made, well crafted, well written. Even I'd say, freaky movie. It's a freaky film. It's definitely, but it's also way too long.
Yeah.
It's also way too long. It's deliberate. It's deliberately long for a purpose. They did it with a purpose. And I'll give them that. But I can see why it doesn't work for everybody. But it really worked for me. I really liked it.
I suppose so.
Yeah, give that a watch at some point. Don't watch the director's cut though. I think that's 3 hours long. Don't watch that.
What the fuck?
Just watch the theatrical cut. It's 2.5.
Who directed it?
It's the guy who did Mike Flanagan. He did Oculus, and I think he did the movie. No, he didn't do Your Next. That was Adam Wingard. He did Oculus, and he did the Haunting of Hill House TV show on Netflix. He did the Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, yeah. Haunting.
You cut out, so I don't know what you said.
That was really good. I had to shift my episode, but it's really good.
Haunting of
I gotta watch Bly Manor. Oh,
I heard Bly Manor.
It is really good
too. He did that one.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get on that, but I haven't had
ruined it.
Is Hill House is really good?
And yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, good.
There's great characters. I gotta watch Midnight Mass, but I heard the final episode isn't very good either. It's
That's
like
another one. I don't know. I don't know. I might skip that, but I hear it's good.
yeah, but I gotta watch Blind Manor because I hear that one's perfect.
Yep. Well, that's
Mike Flanagan, wow,
yeah. He
okay.
did Doctor Sleep. He did it because he was because infamously
Maybe I have hope for Doctor Sleep now.
yeah, infamously, Stephen King hates Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining, but he accepted that when they were going to do
Just saying,
Doctor Sleep,
as good as the movie is, it is
that
it.
yeah, it is not the book. It is not the book.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, but Stephen King accepted that when they were going to do
that
Doctor
is.
Sleep, that they
But
had to
being a film
acknowledge the
on its own,
Stanley Kubrick movie. It would be stupid not to. And so when Mike Flanagan came on, he goes, "Okay, I'm going to honor your book, Doctor Sleep, but I do have to honor Kubrick's movie as well." And Stephen King was like,
yeah.
"Okay, that's fine. Just do a good job at it." And Stephen King said when he saw an early cut of the movie, he was like, "Okay, this guy did it. Look, he's got it." And King was actively involved in the entire process of making the film.
You know, maybe this Mike Flanagan guy can be the one to revive horror with what
No,
he's
if
doing.
anyone's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. He's really good at it. Have you seen Oculus?
I haven't.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a really good one.
All right.
Yeah, it's very You have to watch it a couple times to be totally honest with you. It won't make total sense the first time you watch it,
Yeah.
but when you watch it like the second time, it'll kind of click together a bit. You'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's really cool what you did there."
I'm just saying, Hill House isn't very scary.
Yeah.
It has the
Is it creepy?
it's a little creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of what Doctor Sleep is. It's not like particularly scary, but it's really freaky.
Characters,
It's really
great plot,
atmospheric. Really
very
atmospheric.
atmospheric. That is
Yeah.
true. I like Hill House because of the characters.
You'll probably like Doctor Sleep then. It's got pretty good
Oh,
characters.
nice.
Yeah. The villain is really good too in Doctor Sleep. She'll do a really good job at freaking you out.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we just talked about Mike Flanagan for 10 minutes. That's okay, because that's way more fun than talking about this fucking movie.
It's a better topic than
It's a better topic.
Halloween Kills. I'm sorry,
Right, Halloween
I'm not sorry.
Kills.
But I'm also not sorry. So
Yeah, Halloween Kills. Don't watch it, but also watch it. I guess if you're a Halloween fan, I mean, you probably already saw it.
you know, maybe it's said that the slasher genre is dead. Maybe it's sad.
The slasher genre has been has run its course. Like it's like if they make another Nightmare on Elm Street movie,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna like not watch it, but there's better stuff in horror now than the slasher.
It's like I guess they just don't do anything unique with it anymore.
No, they don't. They just kind of do what they did, and it's not gonna work that way anymore. They have to advance it.
Like I don't know if American Psycho counts as a slasher in a way.
I call
But
that movie a dark comedy. American Psycho makes me laugh. It's a very funny movie, but it is very fucked up.
It is.
Yeah. Go watch that. Go watch American
I love it.
Psycho.
It's great.
Go watch.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Don't watch
Go
Halloween
watch
Kills.
American
Watch
Psycho.
American Psycho.
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah.